Stop right there. Why are you stealing? Save your excuses. Clearly, you violated the law.
That's not quite right. From what we saw in this scenario, the criminal's basic rights are being violated. Even someone accused of a crime has basic legal rights. One of the most important protection is called Habeas Corpus.
But first, what is habeas corpus? Habeas corpus is a Latin phrase meaning you shall have the body. It is also known as the Great Writ or the writ of habeas corpus. It is a powerful legal tool and a fundamental constitutional right that protects individuals from unlawful or unjust detention. It is a written order from the court commanding the custodian, such as a police officer or prison official, to bring a detainee before the court. The goal is to examine the legality of their detention and ensure that no one is being held without just cause. This writ also serves as a safeguard against abuse of power, making sure that no individual is deprived of liberty without due process of law. Legal framework. The petition must clearly identify the respondent, meaning the person holding the detainee in custody. The Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, and regional trial courts have the authority to hear and decide on petitions. When can you file a petition? First, illegal detention. When someone is arrested or held without a valid warrant or without sufficient legal grounds. Second, excessive delay. When a person is held beyond the term of a final judgment. For example, if someone was sentenced to 2 years but continues to be held after that, it becomes unlawful. Third, violation of legal custody rights, such as when a child is wrongfully withheld from a parent who has legal custody. However, it's important to note that the writ cannot be used if there are still other legal remedies available, like applying for bail. According to Section 15, Article 3 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended except in cases of invasion or rebellion, and only if public safety requires it. Even then, there are strict limits. The suspension may not exceed 60 days, and the Congress can evoke or extend it through a majority vote. It must be reviewed by the Supreme Court.
Now that we know what habeas corpus is, let's help a fellow citizen out by ensuring that proper legal procedures are being followed in case that the primary grounds for filing the writ does in case happen. The victim writing on paper then inputs a signature at the bottom of the paper. The petition must be in writing, signed and verified by the petitioner. It contains the name of the officer who restrained them, the place, and the legal basis on why the imprisonment is illegal or without authority. Decisions to the victim handing the paper to the judge, then the judge examines it. The petition is filled with the proper court. The court then immediately issues the writ, which commands the respondent to have the detainee in the court at a specific time. The judge then gives a copy to the police, then police writes something and returns it to the judge. The writ is served upon the respondent or the person having custody of the detainee. On the date specified, the respondent must submit a written explanation justifying the detention. If the court finds the detention illegal or without proper authority, it will order the immediate release of the detainee. But if the court finds the detention is lawful, it will dismiss the petition and the petitioner will remain in custody.